So that's the old runway, really. What we're on is pit exit. It's pretty rough, as we can see. So I file in a little bit quicker. Normally you have to go a little bit further. Anyway, that's the turn 1, which is a fast corner, really. You hug the wall a little bit on this end, and then you accelerate as good as you can, and you can feel the bumps here already. And the exit's opening up a little bit, and you change the surface, the last little bump, and then you're on a smoother part of the track. It's all been done new. When I raced it the first time in the 70s, of course it didn't have that. That's the first left-hander, which is reasonably tight. And we have this wiggly bit here, which is okay. You have to stay right, and then you go left again. You know, these turns have no real names but numbers. So that would be turn 4 here. This is going down to the old hairpin. You're very fast here, really. So you brake quite late. You have a good braking surface. It's new. So this is the right, the wiggly bit. Left a little bit, and right is of course all acceleration again. Here we have a very fast sweeping right-hander. But you accelerate, then you come up to a left-hander, which is the same. You take it flat, and then you come here in top gear at great speed. You have to brake at these cones here. You have the 3 cones, 2 cones. That means it's 50 yards. Then you have a tight right, which ends into a fast left-hander, which is flat again, and another one. So you stay in the middle of the road. You don't have to go all the way to the right. And then you have this sort of sweeping right-hander, which ends up in a braking area for another fairly tight right-hand corner. So that's of course great overtaking here. And from here on you have fast bits. So what's coming now is all flat. You go over to the right, and then you have a first kink here. Flat. And then you have a left-hander, which is of course under braking. And here you have again a short bit of an acceleration, and then you have a right-hander, which is going past the old runway, which is now part of the paddock, and that's part of taxiways here. And it's an amazing circuit. I mean, it was used for all these bombers, whatever, training before they went over to Europe. And when you think the history of this place, something else. And you know, so many tracks in the UK and the continent, a little less so in France, quite a bit, are still from this war days in the States, many, especially on the East Coast, the West Coast again as well. So here you come into a fast right-hander, which goes back to the pit straight, and you have to make a transition here, and that's there's a bump in here, which is quite exciting. And then you come round, you get already carried out to the outside, and then you follow that old, I think it was a runway, a takeoff runway as well here. And the taxi was inside. They didn't have the pit buildings, of course. So top speed here again. You know, you do what, about 270 to 80 kilometers it is. And braking a little bit again, turn 1 left, where you hug the wall. You're on the throttle here, you open up, and you come out very nicely on the right. And it's quite intimidating, you know, for many people who are not used to racing so much. You know, it's difficult to understand sometimes the melody of a circuit, the rhythm of it. You know, it's wonderful actually. I love Sebring for that. You know, it's exciting and it's challenging.